police have gotten nowhere with the investigation.
General Hospital fans are left reeling as the once untouchable Drew Cain finds himself exposed and utterly vulnerable. A man who crafted his later persona around loud demands and aggressive power plays now faces a staggering irony. He is held captive by his wife, Willow, trapped in a biological prison, conscious and aware but completely unable to move or speak. This locked-in state forces a key question for viewers in Port Charles and at home. Will this period of enforced silence finally break the cycle of his villainy, or is the congressman too far gone for a real soul-searching recovery? It is hard to reconcile the Drew Cain of today with the one who first arrived in town. Fans remember a Drew defined by integrity, loyalty, and duty. He was the good brother and a moral compass against the more chaotic Quartermain elements. Yet everything shifted after his stint in prison, an act initially intended to protect Carlo. When he returned, the new Drew surfaced as a relentless bully, and over recent years he carved a path of destruction through the lives of people who once trusted him. His list of transgressions reads like a rogue's gallery of betrayals. He left Ned to suffer a heart attack alone, choosing his agenda over a human life. He targeted the Quartermain legacy, stealing from the family that took him in. He weaponized secrets against Alexis, proving no former ally was safe. In his most delusional storyline, he convinced himself that his toxic bond with Willow was true love, defending her while his own moral center eroded. Willow's betrayal, then, was both swift and brutal. After shooting him twice in the back, a failed attempt to stop the stubborn politician, she teamed with the enigmatic Sidwell to drug him into paralysis. Now, Drew's world has shrunk to the four walls of his confinement. He can only blink. For a man who used words as weapons and physical presence to intimidate, this is a darkly poetic justice. That forced stillness, however, opens a rich narrative door. Stripped of the ability to manipulate or shout down his conscience, Drew is left only with memories and the image of the man he became. If any trace of the old Drew remains, this psychological crucible could be the heat needed to burn away the rot. The show has a rare chance to explore internal, painful redemption rather than relying on external plot devices. Yet Drew's incapacitation has invited a new era of dominance, Sidwell's reign. The switch has polarized the audience. On one side, viewers welcomed leaving behind Drew's repetitive bullying. On the other, they've watched the series lean heavily into Sidwell's pervasive influence over Port Charles. There is undeniable charisma to Sidwell that Drew lacked during his villainous run. Sidwell manages to be terrifying while maintaining a darkly twisted sense of humor, becoming a love-to-hate presence. Still, fatigue is creeping in. The narrative has replaced one all-controlling antagonist with another. Whether it's Sunny, Laura, or Maxie, everyone now reacts to Sidwell's whims. While Maxie's recent defiance offered fresh resistance, the show risks audience burnout by making Sidwell too invincible. For stakes to land, the villain of the month energy needs to evolve into a more ensemble-driven conflict. Soap redemptions often rely on external contrivances, amnesia, tumors, and surprise relatives, but Drew's path must be inward. History proves Port Charles will forgive almost anything if the story and the performer earn it. If Drew emerges wanting to atone, he faces uphill work. The residents he tormented remember with painful clarity. Still, the idea of a kinder, gentler Drew is compelling. It would force the Quartermains and the rest to wrestle with a central soap question. Is a person defined by their worst years or by their capacity to change? As we wait for Drew to find his voice again, the suspense is twofold. Will he use it to apologize or to plan another strike? Would you rather see a reformed Drew Cain, or do you think he has burned too many bridges to be the hero ever again? Share your take. Which outcome would feel truest to Port Charles and most satisfying to longtime viewers today? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Should GH focus on Drew's redemption, or is it time for Sidwell to finally meet his match?